Hey guys, today we're going to walk you through how we wash, shampoo and condition the mane and tail. Things you're going to need: the horse you want to wash, water supply if you don't have a hose, bucket of water, sponges, works, whatever. We prefer a hose because we're able to blast the soap and the suds out. And then your shampoo and conditioner. The shampoo and conditioner that we're going to be using is our own formula that we will be coming out with very, very soon. If you're interested in knowing when that comes out, you can sign up at biomane.com/waitlist and get on that wait list, and we'll notify you as soon as we come out with that. So we'll just jump right into it. I like to soak their mane. We're going to start with the mane. We'll do the tail after. I like to soak the mane good. I like getting up along the roots as well, because we're going to really work in that shampoo into the roots. Make sure that's free of debris. And then I'll get my shampoo. I like to get a pretty good handful of it, and I just run it down the roots, down the top of his mane here, and we're gonna work that into the roots. I got about half of it covered. I'll get another handful. I'm gonna rub it in there. I'm gonna hit it with a little more water. Not too much, I don't wanna rinse it out, but I want enough water that I can cause that soap to suds up pretty good. I just run a line of water down, and then I really start to work it in. Use your fingers, don't feel like you're gonna pull any hair out. I'm not working it so hard or pulling on it so hard that I'm pulling hair out, so if any hair does fall out, it's hair that's already been broken or dead that's gonna fall out. But I really like to work it into the roots. Reason being is this is a spot where horses get a lot of dust and debris, especially when they sweat. Dust and debris can collect there. If you let it collect and build up, it'll cause them to rub. That'll cause irritations, which results in rubbing. So I really clean out the roots. If your horse doesn't like it, don't spend as much time doing it. You don't want to make them uncomfortable. Lambo here seems to love it. If I just work my way down, I'll get up on the underside of this, work that in from both sides, and really all I'm doing is essentially rubbing this shampoo and rubbing these suds down into the base of his mane. That debris, that dirt is going to attach to those suds and be lifted out of there when we spray it out. Okay, so I feel like I've got the base of his mane pretty well done. I'm gonna get some more shampoo, and then I'm gonna grab a few sections of mane and just rub the shampoo into it. And then I'll do the same thing as I did on the base. I will hit it with a little bit of water to help the suds build up. I turn this down. I don't want to blast any soap out, but I'm just gonna wet it down a little, and that's gonna help those suds build. And like on Lambo's mane, it's not as long as some, but I still fold it up. And that way I'm not trying to pull those suds all the way down to the bottom. I just fold it up and kind of squeeze. You can see the dirt, how the suds are turning to a brown. We like that, because that's showing us that the shampoo's doing its job. It's attaching to the dirt and debris and lifting it out. And so here, I'm not pushing too hard. I'm not trying to break or rat nest that mane up. All I'm doing is rubbing together lightly to kind of get those suds worked in between every individual hair. We'll do the same up here. I'll just almost kind of massage that mane back and forth. All I'm trying to do is work the suds into that mane. And you see how it's not even sudsing up as much down towards the bottom. And the reason being is it's pulling all that dirt out. You can see the suds are changing colors. We're pulling all that dirt out. Now the shampoos, this is kind of a no-brainer, I guess, but the shampoo, you don't want to leave in for too long. The conditioner, we do leave in for a while. We allow it to dry a lot of times in the mane to fully absorb into the hair, softening it up. But this shampoo, you can already see, you can hardly tell that we even did it. It's not foamed up. Before this dries out, you're gonna wanna get that out of his hair. It's not gonna harm him for it to be in there, you know, the amount of time it has been, even longer. But just as a general rule of thumb, don't leave shampoo in the manes. What I like to do, I'll go on the underside, and we're gonna really blast it out of the base of his hair. This is where the debris and the dust collect when they sweat. These are the pores that they're sweating out of. So we're really gonna blast it out of here. We'll clean this up for when we lay his mane back over. We're gonna lay the mane back over. And do the same thing on this side. We're gonna turn up our pressure a little. I like to see that water flow underneath his mane. That way I know that it's going all the way through. Now we're going to do essentially the same thing on his forelock. A lot of horses don't like their faces sprayed. You can't blame them. I don't necessarily like my face sprayed with a hose either. So I turn my pressure down quite a bit. And all I'm trying to do is get that forelock wet. I'm not trying to spray anything out of it yet. I'm just trying to get it wet. Turn that off. Let them know it's no big deal. Get our handful of shampoo and really just run it down that whole forelock. Same thing here. We want to rub that in here and just work it right into the roots there. If he'll allow you, this is a good time to wash their face too, if they'll allow you. So I always try and incorporate that. Here, the shampoo isn't gonna harm their eyes one bit. I make sure and clean all the crud out of the corners of his eyes. Just know, wherever you get soap, you're gonna have to spray. So if your horse doesn't like his face sprayed, maybe don't spend as much time here doing this as I am. Lambo doesn't love it, but he's tolerant of it. He humors us and lets us do it. Down here, I'm not gonna blast with water. Their nose is sensitive, but that water will run down and it'll catch this soap and just run it down off his nose. I'll get my hand wet and just kind of rub that down off of his nose. Go back and make sure there's no residue left over. And you can see that soap fell back behind his ears. Don't spray in their ears for obvious reasons. I'll come on this side, get behind his ear there, spray it down off his neck, and follow that all the way down. Now we're here in the shade. It's a little chilly. That is cold water, so we're gonna take Lambo, let him sit in the sun, warm up for a minute. One thing I like to do before I let this mane fully dry is I like to apply a conditioner. And we're gonna leave that conditioner in until the mane fully dries. I just get it on my hands. Like I said, Lambo's been rubbing, so we've got some hair falling out. But I get that conditioner on my hand and I kind of just rub it on the top. Make sure I get it all the way down to the ends. Once I feel like I've got the top coated, I'll come and grab short little pieces, short little sections, I guess, and just rub it in. So I'll rub it in from the back side, so I make sure I get it underneath also. And you don't need to leave a ton in there, so I'm gonna squeeze tight enough that I can pull some of that conditioner out, and then I'll just reuse it on the next section. Come here, rub it in, squeeze gently enough that I can squeeze any excess out. I'll take any left on my hands, and it's typically enough for the forelock. So really, I'm just cleaning it off my hands into his forelock. That's how you do the mane and forelock.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked it, share it, like it, and let us know what you thought. We'd love to give you content that you like watching.